Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my very first video, and in this video I will explain the concept regarding AWS public IP, private IP or elastic IP, and in future I will keep posting such videos with key concepts of AWS. So please subscribe my channel for further updates. So now let me take you through with the further slides. So first of all, we will understand how many types we have of public IPs. There are two types basically. One is IPv4 and another one is IPv6. Now, public IP, first of all, this is publicly accessible as the name suggests. It is allocated from a pool of available IPs. So there is nothing like we have unlimited range of public IPs. There is a limitation on public IPs as well. Again, public IP can be IPv4 and IPv6. If I talk about the formats, then for IPv4, we all know we have a similar pattern like 11.22.33 and .44. Most commonly used of public IP is the type of IPv4. It allows approx 3.5 plus billion unique addresses publicly, and the format or the range can vary from 0 to 225 for each segment. Then again IPv6, so as you can see, here is the dummy format given, and alphabets and number can be changed accordingly, and again this will be unique from one IPv6 to another IPv6, and this is the new format basically used for IoT solutions. IoT stands for Internet of Things. Anyone on web can access this if there is no IP restriction from. So again, public IP can be restricted, but this only can be restricted using security groups and firewalls. If there is no restriction, then public IP can be accessed by anyone and from anywhere. Now we will see what is the key differences between public IP and private IP. So public IP, again, this is unique across the web. Private IP, it's also unique, but it's only for a specific network or a particular organization. A same private IP can be repeated in multiple organizations. Public IP can be accessed by anyone from and from anywhere. Again, private IP can be accessed within the organization only. It's total, if I talk about the count, then 3.5 billion IPs plus IPs are available in the range, in the category of public IP, and it can private IP can be accessed using internet gateway or net gateway. So basically, if we want to access private IPs in the public domain, then we will have to use internet gateway or net gateway for accessing this. Public IP is required when we require SSH access to our resources, and we cannot do the SSH using the private IPs. Now we will see differences between IPv4 and IPv6. It's both are the type of network IP. Then you can see there is a difference between format between both of them. IPv4 again mostly used and most commonly known for everyone. IPv6 is the new format, and this is becoming popular day by day. There is a count limit for IPv4, and then there is a difference regarding the format as well. Now we will see what is the elastic IP. Elastic IP is basically used in AWS, and what is the difference between public IP and elastic IP? So the major difference, whenever a new resource or EC2 instance created in AWS, by default AWS allocate a public IP to the resource, and it remains same until or unless we do not stop or start the server again. But when we restart or stop and start the server again, then the public IP will get changed. So to resolve this problem and to stick on the same IP, we should use the elastic IP, and an elastic IP can be allocated or associated with an AWS resource, and at the same time it can be de-associated as well. So this is used in AWS. We can create a specified number of elastic IP as per limit allowed on an AWS account. By default limit is 5, and this can be increasing using the AWS support service limit. In case of public IP, when we start and stop EC2 instance, it may change its IP, as I mentioned. To ensure public IP will not change, we should use elastic IP. It is in IPV4 format. You can attach it to a resource. Default limit is 5 and can be increased by AWS support. This can be associated and disassociated with AWS resources. Now, whether to use public elastic IP or not. So my suggestion, we should avoid using elastic IP as it can be easily recognized from public network. We can use random public IP and this can be mapped with the DNS. So we will not be worried about regarding the public IP. If it's getting changed, then there will be no issue, but because we are mapping the DNS name. And we can also use the load balancer. Just a simple tips, if we want to SSH into EC2 instance, then there is a simple command which can be run by the putty or the like SSH console. SSH-i your PM file along with the extension, and again we should run this command on the at the location or in the folder where the PM file exists, or we should specify the path of the PM file if we are running it from somewhere else. Then username, it can be EC2 user, Ubuntu, or any other name you have given to your user, and @ public IP. So whatever the public IP, we will have to mention it here. Once this command is successfully executed, we will be able to SSH into our EC2 instance and we will be able to run commands accordingly. So again, this was my very first video on YouTube, and I know there are lots of improvements required, and I will keep doing those improvements and will keep like updating or releasing new videos with some like interesting concepts of AWS. So please like and subscribe my channel for further updates. Thanks for your time. Thank you.